Welcome back, video game design students. In this episode, we are going to be adding a lot of detail into our ship. So to start off right away, I'm going to just add in my cockpit and show you a way we can use the extrude tool to make some fancy stuff going on here. So I'm going to select these faces that are where the cockpit is going to go. I'm going to extrude those faces. And then the first thing I need to do is I need to scale down this geometry to set up where my cockpit is going to go. So it's kind of a faces on top of faces deal. And I'm actually going to change this a little bit to get the roundness I wanted. On my picture that I drew, this was actually a round object, and I'm just going into edges and faces, and you'll find out that a lot of modeling, let me do this in side view, a lot of modeling is just getting your geometry set up so you can actually go in like this and move things at on the vertex level. So there's a good hexagon that is good enough for a low poly mesh there. So I'm going to select my faces again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the little, like a lip, where the bottom of the cockpit would actually connect. Like on airplanes and stuff, there's the glass is set into a metal casing. Alright, so to do that, I'm going to grab these faces, I'm going to extrude them. I'm going to extrude them a couple times. The first one, I'm actually going to try to use my universal manipulator here. I'm going to pull them out and scale them down. Notice I'm clicking once on one of these scale boxes to change the middle. So then I can click in the middle and then uniformly scale those down. So that was my first extrusion, just to get the depth of that section. I'm going to extrude again. I'm going to scale down one more time. And this is to give the thickness of that bracket. And I'm going to extrude one more time and then push it in and also scale it down. There's going to be a lot of scaling down. And that finishes off that bracket. Now I'm going to continue extruding to make the glass. So extrude one more time, and I'm going to pull it out. And I'm going to gradually scale this down a couple times to round this off, so it's not a blocky. I can probably get one more out of that. So it's a gradual change. Even some of these look a little weird because okay. So that's my main geometry. I'm going to come back. It's like these edge loops, and I'm seeing that they're kind of fat, so I'm going to scale them in this way. All the way around there. There we go. That's a little more sleek. So you can always come back in and adjust how things look. So I'm cool with that. So the next thing, if there's any other details you want to add in, your friends are going to be the insert edge loop tool, the multi-cut tool, and possibly even the target weld tool. As you add things in, you want to keep things as either quads, 4 sides, or triangles, 3 sides. We don't want to have a lot of n-gons, and an n-gon is anything that is more than 4 sides. Do keep in mind that even if, so something like this, I just added an edge in for no reason, other than to show you that even if these 2 edges are in line, perfectly in line, this is still now a 5-sided polygon. So I don't want that. So things that I could add in, or even just fix a little bit. This looks pretty blocky, and it's not very nice to look at. So I could come in, I could even round out my cockpit a little more. So actually something I might want to do is actually, let's split that in half. Come over here. So I'll round this section off first, so that I can take that edge. Actually what I can do even is I can delete that edge, so I don't have a triangle there. I think, well, I think that works on top, but not on the bottom. Okay, so this is a 5-sided polygon I need to fix. Multi-cut tool. So I will have a triangle, but that's okay, because this is cool looking geometry. I'm getting rid of that triangle here and opting for a 4-sided polygon. So I can move this over, I can move this up, just so that it's not so blocky. And remember, you can do things to one side, and then we'll just delete the old half and mirror it back over. Got to keep in mind that these should also be, that should look better there. So I don't want any crazy change in direction. And then I can use that cool insert edge loop tool. I can add in a loop all the way around. So then, with that line going around, I can make this section a little more rounded. And even get rid of my block nose here. Whoops, not that one. Alright, I'm just pushing points around. I actually wanted that one too. Pushing points, this is where we're getting to the sculpting section. It's not just about putting in blocks and spheres and trying to put them together. We're actually sculpting these things so that they look better than just blocks and balls. So that's already looking a whole lot more sleek. So I can compare this side to this side, and just that little bit of pulling points out to make that a little more round. Just adding a little bit of geometry here, like that. These things, they mean a lot, even though they aren't very hard to do. So even something. So maybe a rule of thumb might be, if you have a square corner, unless you have a really good reason for that corner being square, make it kind of rounded. Yeah, let's pull these forward to round that out a little bit. Alright, so to finish this up, I'm going to delete this half. I'm in face mode, selecting all those faces. Select the good half, mesh, mirror geometry, and this time I'm going to the positive X. I know I did this in another video, going over it again. And let's mirror that. Double check, make sure I'm not getting any crazy merging going on. And that's it. So use those things in mesh tools to get in there and really sculpt your ship here. Make sure you save, and we'll see you next time.